Kizashi. Normally they're pretty easy to put in, but this one here, it's not as much fun. But I get it down packed. I can do it in about 15 minutes. Basically, you take off the whole front end. Let me go get the car. As you can see, the headlight on this side was out. This one over here we can actually put in without taking the whole front bumper off. But on the driver's side, you gotta take off the whole bumper to replace it. Let's get you a little closer. So here we have this headlight, which is going to be replacing. As you can see, you can't get inside there. There's no way to get your hand in there. This here is the fuse box, so you really can't take that out. Over on this side, for the passenger side, you can actually get your hand down inside there and replace the bulb. But as for this one, basically you got to take all this off up here. Got to unbolt all the way underneath here, and then unbolt this and take it completely out, and then replace the bulb. It's actually pretty easy. I'll show you. So to make this easier, I'm going to take off these 3 bolts up here. And then this one here, you have a few clips in here. So you're going to pop these off here. I'm missing this one here. I've done this before. So once those come off, you just take this right off. Now what I need to do is for this part to come off, this is all one piece in the front. So for this to come off, I have a couple bolts over on that side and then a few underneath there. So I'm going to walk around. This is the driver's side over here. So now that I got those undone, you have one up in here. I can get the camera. So it goes up, and then you have one down over here. So just to make this a little easier to show you especially, I put my car up on the jack. You don't really need to, but these cars are a little low to the ground, so it gives me a little more clearance to crawl underneath the front thing there. If I have ramps, they're just stuck over there, so I didn't get them. But if you had ramps, it'd be easy too. So I'm just going to grab these 2. They're all Phillips screwdrivers. A Phillips head. So under here, normally you would have 1, 2, 3, 4 from underneath here that you would take out, and the recessed square holes. There's these things here. You don't have to unbolt these. This car is, I've had it for 5, 6 years, 5 years. So yeah, I've broken a few things off in there. So we got these 4 out underneath here. Actually only 2, because the other 2 are broken under here. So now what we're going to do is, since we get this off here, when you pull this up, you get to go clear over this. You pull this out here. Like I said, it just pops right out. And get it up over this. So there we go. Basically, that's all you have to do, is get it up this far. Now what we need to do is we need to take this off. Same thing with this. We have a Phillips here. Phillips here. So we have, come on. So we have one here, one up over there for the top, and then this here is a bracket. So for that, under here, we have these two here. So these ones under here, under the headlight, I'm actually using a 10mm socket to take these ones off. So now we get all four of those out. This should actually just pop out pretty easily. So this car actually takes the H7. If you've never done one of these before, any halogen lights, do not touch the glass because your oil from your fingers will actually cause it to burn because it gets so hot. So this one here, this one is actually the headlight. Just gonna twist it like that, pull it out. And then pull the plug out. In this particular one, the positive is on the right and negative is on the left. And then inside here you have like a little clamp. So you get to push in, push it down, and then actually just, it's a wire, it just slides right out. And there's a light bulb. So just take the new one out. Again, touch it by metal only, don't drop it. If you notice, there is a notch on this side and the rest of it is rounded. So just make sure when you put it in that the notch goes in. There's only one way this actually goes in. This one here, the notch is sort of down, pointing down. And then there's two little clips right there. Just going to slide it right in there. Push this back in. When you push it in, you got to push it in down a little bit and it clicks in. So that's in. Positive on top. Headlights changed. There we go. Slide this in. So you have these two tabs over here. They have to be on top. Slides right back into place. So you could, I used the Phillips to take it all apart. You can also use a 10mm to take it apart or put it together. And then I have the two underneath. So I'm just going to do those really quick. So that's it. The 5 bolts back in over here. Minus the one I'm missing. This one here I'm just going to put back up. Make sure you don't kick, push, or pound anything up here. Airbags will go off. Just line it all back up. Over here, you're going to clip this back in. And then I have the 2 bolts that'll hold that on over there. Then I have my 3 bolts for the top. So the only thing I have left is I have the 5 bolts, the bolts that go underneath there, and the 2 that come up over here. So I'm just going to do those really quick. There you go, it works. Both high beams and low beams. So again, this job only takes about 15 minutes, especially if you've done it a few times. There's only, just a handful of bolts there. Take them off with either a Phillips screwdriver or a 10mm with a ratchet. Comes off really easy, goes back together even easier. And changing the headlight out is really easy too. So if you like, if I showed you anything here that you can use, go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button, the notification button, and give this video a thumbs up. We'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks.